you just have to be a little bit better about your control. But I've seen this Lycan versus B a couple times, and once they get level 3, they got 2 points in the impulse. Their base damage is insane with their wolves that they can actually.
Sure,
we'll see how Tokyo plays it.
Yeah, because FM was potentially in an unfavorable matchup last game, and he was crushing it.
Tokyo, make sure you can get those wolves. FNM, I'm assuming he's staring at him to see if he gets the denies on the wolves every single time. As you see, the base damage is there every single time with the wolf. At least one. Get most of those last hits. Bottom, we'll see. Lives to win, try to get a pull off. Immersion actually has to back away. Miposhka starting to do too much damage to him.
I mean, would you consider any of these side lanes sort of one-sided here early on?
I like the top lane quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I do think that the fun thing that they did do with the Rubick and with the Oracle is these are two heroes that can actually play around Inkswell pretty decently. You can throw away the target as soon as the Inkswell is going to pop, or you can dispel it. So both of these lanes, it'll be pretty... But I do think that collapse, you can always just, you make a mistake. You know, Lift has a pretty long cooldown in comparison to the Inkswell. They're kind of close, but if you use Lift, you know you can immediately make the play always as a...
Well, we're seeing so far, at the top lane at least, definitely a little bit of a struggle for Dream, as that lane is indeed securing this top farm. A bit easier for collapse on the Bloodseeker.
Level 1 for sure. When they have both of their spam abilities, Blood Right and Fade Bolt, they just push it in, and then that's where Monkey King can have some pressure. And level 2 comes out though. I think this is where the Grim and the Monkey King have a very big power window versus these two. But it looks like Team Spirit, it's going to be pretty even farm lanes across all three. Pretty decent matchups for everybody. No one really just completely out of it. Oracle can always bully away these two supports. And don't really have to worry about anything for this Ursa. You can always just dispel the sticky. Actually able to get the... Okay, he actually takes the wave. Nice.
Yeah, able to get around it. Yatoro. I imagine he's going to need quite a bit of time to build up this game, right? Because he's going to go for the Battle Fury on Ursa.
Yeah, he has to.
And that doesn't mean there's going to be this window where it's going to be hard for him to turn up and really defend towers. I mean, when the pushes do come in from Spirit. Top lane going in with the two of them, but as you say, Mira able to break that combo anytime they really try and close that gap. As long as telekinesis is up, that's never really going to happen for those two.
Yeah, all Team Spirit's lanes are going really well. Even bottom, the way that they're just getting these tide pulls off constantly. The Ursa's actually missed like 0 last hits mid. Tokyo's playing it perfectly as well. He's missed almost 0 CS too for himself. So these lane setups working really nicely for them right now.
This is exactly what they need, you know, against a lineup that could become rather ferocious if they were starting to snowball from the first minutes of laning. Playing. Collapse trying to kite out Dream. We're going to see Dream attempt to get in. Actually, Inkswell's done. Landing onto Collapse. Collapse won't quite be able to catch them in the Blood Right. Still poking at Dream though nicely. And they get in and are able to take him down. And very smoothly done there by Collapse and Mira. And down bottom as well. Yatoro running down Afterlife. As both side lanes, I mean, as you said, just overall, these lanes couldn't be starting any better here for Spirit.
Yeah, I thought top would actually be a little bit better for Dream, but he actually doesn't even try to use the mischief to even dodge an attack. That was a little weird for him.
That would have made a difference, actually, because he would have got the boundless off, and he would have had the Jingle to get a hit after the stun.
Yeah, I feel like he like forgot about it for a second there. As all three lanes now going to be going in favor of Team Spirit from the setup that they have, and it's going to continue to be hard for bottom to really punish at all with this Oracle here. Afterlife has to just watch out for his life. And FN now actually gets pushed out of the mid lane too. This is okay. I didn't think I'd see that one coming, but I guess with the change to impulse, maybe it's not as good as it once was. Tokyo's already level 6.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants to
kill a lot of wolves.
Fulfill for my coffers.
I mean, sort of hitting the 6 for that 5-minute mark. That's very, very quick. And he can...
Especially when I saw Lycan at 5 denies. But now Tokyo, he can actually make the first aggressive move, and these are very, very squishy heroes up here. Take advantage of.
But they're going to be prepared for this. As I mean, do you like this sort of from TORONTOTOKYO, going for that attempt rather than just sort of saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to start hitting this mid tower with the Exorcism?
I thought he was actually going to hit with his catapult. He was going to pop the Exorcism and threaten.
Yeah, because he had it so early, right?
Especially because his lane's not going badly top. If the lane was going bad, then I could see the reason for him moving. But a little weird is collapse. Trouble. Let's get the throw back the Monkey King. Collapse will be okay.
He's going to check for the 6-minute rune here, TORONTOTOKYO.
He'll get it.
He will. He's going to start moving again. He really wants to...
Okay.
You know, really wants to do something on this top lane. The scam from the die is going to hit it, so they're going to know that he's on his way over. He does have the Invis rune pop, so that may still catch them by surprise.
They saw him they have a sentry down, and the obs was just placed, so they are 100% aware that this guy's trying to dive right now. We're going to see FN send his wolves mid in that case to get farm, and FN's backing up and picking up his book, and he has shapeshift. He can counter gank if he sees opportunity. Tokyo committing in.
Straight in onto two. TP coming over. If he had a burst through both of them immediately. It works out. Even though they knew it was coming, TORONTOTOKYO's damage just too much for Live to Win to deal with.
Some weird, really weird stuff. They were 100% aware of it, and they just let him do everything. They just let him run in. They didn't even jump in the trees on the Monkey King or anything.
I mean, they saw him go. Do you think maybe they assumed that he had given up and left the area?
Not sure. Maybe they wanted to punch back after. That is here.
He's going to be able to pick up Mira. Could he get any of these two? They'll jump into the Primal Spring. Boundless down onto TORONTOTOKYO. They're trying to chase a little split, though. We'll see SoNNeikO turn over towards Collapse. Catch them with the X-Force. But Collapse, he's out with the TP, and he is away. As both Collapse and TORONTOTOKYO are able to get out of there, as a little bit of a split move there from this when they could have easily got Collapse if they'd all focused on him, but they instead tried to separate and chase down TORONTOTOKYO as well, which was not achievable.
A bit of weird stuff coming out from them for sure. Some just really weird spellcasting. I mean, they just let the tower drop to it. They saw, I don't know, that was a really weird sequence of events, but a good hit from Team Spirit to enable Tokyo. And now they've all three lanes farming great. Ursa has half of the battlefield already finished up. This is not where you want to be as Live to Win. Live to Win wants to be playing ahead and dictating the pace of the game, and they're just not able to at all now from this early game. They lost their tower so early on up top.
Yeah, pre-8 minutes. There's Immersion. We'll get themselves the arcane grip. So they have the burst from, they do. Another kill for TORONTOTOKYO's Dev Prophet. Having a very good game this time round here. Yeah, every sort of moment is favoring Spirit now as they're getting further ahead. 6-1, 2K lead. Collapse.
And Dream is alone top.
He is farming out pretty far. He's going to go for the TP out, and it will save him. Gets away.
And nice. It looks like it's just going to be recovery city for Live to Win, as they can't really do much without their Batrider or their Lycan being enabled to be able to make and fix these side lanes. He's going to need to farm up his book 2 or book 3 before he looks to make any more aggressive moves. I think they can still surround bottom though. I think once he has book 2 delivered, he can just shapeshift down there and look to get the tower rather than counter gank. That was all just, it's all just very awkward for them.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see them put a bit of a better effort at protecting their tier 1 tower mid when TORONTOTOKYO does look to start to push that one down. As he's got the ult good to go. He's a little short on the mana, but can definitely get himself in position to look to take another objective here with the Exorcist.
Yes, but these supports are so low level on Live to Win. SoNNeikO is the one who has to de-push and has to stop this push from coming out. You see the line is drawn, so it does seem like they do want to make that move. That Miposhka is just chilling bottom. They have to punish this. They can't just let Spirit get all this on the map. They're farming top, they're farming mid, they're farming bottom. You have to punish one of these lanes. 3K gold lead already. It's 10 minutes in. 3K experience too. This is not what you want to see with a team with Lycan who wants to be dictating pace. Team who's going to be building toward that later game. With Ursa, we're saying he's preparing, and he's getting way more than he should be in comparison to this one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yatoro?
Death and good are linked.
Maybe this is where they can punish him. He's a bit low on men. He has the stick and a lot of TPs coming in.
He is very far up though.
Very far.
So pop the enrage, start to punch into Dream. Yeah, these 4 heroes easily going to be able to kill him off. I think we've got the 5th there as well. FM was also up top. So they all come in to look to deal with Yatoro, the whole team.
This is a very big kill. But yeah, bringing 5 heroes immediately. We see Tokyo set up for mid. He has a haste turn too. And Grimstroke's already in position. SoNNeikO has a level 3 stroke, but he has no mana. His tower doesn't take a beating. So they rotate in as FN. He does have Book 2 and Shapeshift available if they want to look for the Spirit fight. But all Spirit is prepared. Stolen Stroke as well for Mira.
And the presence is pushing back Spirit a little bit, but FN walks into the silence, right? He's just dead.
What?
Oh, and now it's their turn to tip. It's their turn to tip.
Gold and
I mean, what?
Dyer's middle
Did
tower.
he just not pops his book and just walks his hero into all the damage?
Did he not expect them to kill him?
Middle tower
Maybe did he think they were backing up?
But I mean, he just walked into their spell.
Let's get a
Radiant's
replay.
bottom tower
I mean, did he not see them?
He definitely thought they were there for a long time.
Very dead.
And that's, I mean, his book was used, so now it's 40 seconds with no book.
Radiant are scanning.
Free reign.
Let's have a look
here.
at.
Do whatever they want.
He's just heading over. Oh.
He just walks right into it. And then as he's dying, he pops the book to give him even more gold. Okay. Well, some mistakes coming out from Live to Win.
Yeah.
Spirit really
they're getting further behind.
And their lineup does not want to play from behind with Lycan versus Ursa. And now Ursa, he's got the Battle Fury done. He's already prepared for later stages. This is disastrous for Live to Win. They really need to pick it up in these next few moments.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Allow any more deaths like that to happen. Slip to win. We'll manage to take this tower down bottom. And fast timings here though on the side of Spirit. See Yatoro very far into Battle Fury already done. Into the Road Champ pit they go. And this will be this will be theirs for sure. We've lived to win over on the other side of the map. No chance of getting over here and stopping Yatoro from being able to play the stages.
And it's the Lycan draft who wants to be playing aggressive, not getting the rush. Sure, they're into an Ursa who also wants to be playing around that rush, but this is not the way that Live to Win drafted themselves to be playing. They wanted to be the ones doing all this, having this Aegis, and actually taking down tier 2s perhaps at this time. FN, he now has book 3, but they are so behind.
You can see Afterlife TPing in on this.
He's right in the middle of everybody now.
Guess didn't know that they were still around here. Thought that maybe that they'd left this area of the map. They hadn't. Everybody waiting for Afterlife there as he comes crashing in on that TP. Instantly.
I'm not sure what's going on with Live to Win, but
they're falling apart.
Just did Roche. Where else were they gonna go? There's some weird stuff going on in this game. I'm not sure. They must be having some.
Maybe. I mean, last game they did obviously get the win last game, but it was quite a hard fought-out game, and we did see a dieback here or there, so maybe a little shaken up after a rocky win in the first game, and feeling it here in this game too. There's a little bit all over the place.
They've got some stuff online though. Maelstrom is done, Box on the bat, and they also have the book 3 on FN. So they do have a big power spike, but it's into Aegis. And right now Spirit has full control of this with wards. Let's see what Live to Win can.
Here we go. Afterlife. What's he gonna get here? It's gonna be able to close in on Miposhka, but oh no, he's not. He can't get the last off in time. Able to turn onto him over to the side. They're in onto Collapse. See if they can get the stun. They've got the stall line. Look for the two of them down. FN getting onto the backlines, but Miposhka's able to false promise himself. They'll drag back Collapse into the Wuku's command and take down the Bloodseeker. FN, he's trying to run. He's able to just make it away. As FN will live. They get the 2 kills, and they are able to get everybody out of there. They don't lose anyone this time.
This time they actually are able to cast their spells a little bit better, as they did have some trouble in the last few. As FN goes for the great target. His priority is still always going for that backline, going for Miposhka. almost gets the
Radiant's
Oracle, but he's able to get the
bottom
one from his
tower
full
is
heal.
under attack.
If they get a good reset and get some nice kills. Not exactly what they wanted, but at least something to get them on the board.
And do you like this from FN, this game, opting for the blade mail? I guess, is this one of the ways to sort of play against heroes like a Bloodseeker in your Lycan?
I guess so, right? You
Dyer's
just blade mail
top
on,
tower
yeah,
is
sure.
under attack.
I don't... He is gonna get ruptured every single one of these fights, so...
Yeah.
Sure, it's his approach. They'll be able to counteract the Death Prophet can't control her damage too,
Sure.
right? So Blade Mail, it's gonna be able to return a decent amount at least to Tokyo.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
And he is just like a
Dyer's
pseudo
top
carry in this
tower
game, the
is
Lycan.
under
It really is
attack.
mostly about Dream to be that actual
Radiant
hyper carry. So he's just trying
structures
to find
are
anything. It's not ideal. He wants to be able to go for AC, but I think he's just feeling that he is quite behind. Even though he's 2-1 and 2, it's behind what a Lycan would want.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Flank,
Dyer's
Team
top tower
Spirit.
has fallen.
This was a very early tier 2 tower here, 16 minutes in. We'll see mid, Toronto-Tokyo is going to get taken down the once.
Under attack.
Does Live to Win get behind the tower? Get rid of that Aegis on him.
Dyer's
He
top
went Witch's
tower
Blade
is
too.
under
Did you
attack.
notice that? Rather than going for any Yules or anything to protect himself, just more damage. At least this gives him armor,
yeah.
which is nice versus the Lycan as well as that Monkey King. But I haven't seen this one on a Death Prophet just yet.
Yeah, I feel like it. I think we have seen it before, but maybe not this early in the build.
Dyer
I
are
want to say I
scanning.
think some of the other CIS teams were doing it.
Okay.
Okay,
Maybe you
according
might
to
be
the
right.
patch records here, it was only done in one other match actually.
Radiant's
I think that
bottom
was another
tower
match here in the
is under
CIS
attack.
region, so maybe they've got something going on here in this region of Dota 2. And I think one of the reasons why he feels he can sort of be more greedy with that is it's got to be because he does have the Oracle backing him up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an item that is going to have its impact.
Yeah.
It is a very strong item overall on all these like int heroes that actually can right click a bit too. We'll see if it pays off for him. The BKB is going to be the bigger pickup because then he's protected from this
Radiant's bottom
Lycan from the
tower
constant
is under
slows. And
attack.
Yules is just not a good build up. When you're playing versus the book 3, you never really want to go for the Yule. He's going for his own tankiness, Live to Win, get themselves some nice aggressive wards down, and they are in a pretty strong place to fight. But this Ursa, SNY Battle Fury, he is just huge, and he's getting the exact items he needs to get just to be able to stand toe to toe versus either Monkey King or Lycan.
I mean, Yatoro's just, he's had this being the second sort of solid performance, even in that first loss. This guy knows how to farm. Live to Win. Yeah, found Yatoro. As they've spotted him out, he's able to get the enrage off though before the lasso. As he steps over towards the side, he's actually going to be able to get away from this. And now maybe he can turn. He looks towards FN. FN just gets taken out straight away on the front of it all. They're still trying to finish up Yatoro. Yatoro's still alive. The false promise is there. Yatoro can turn. He's going to pick up a triple. As Live to Win, they lose 4 heroes. They try and go all in on Yatoro.
Dyer's top
They
tower
couldn't
is under
chain
attack.
stun him down and stop him from getting that enrage off before the lasso came in from Afterlife.
He's too big at this point. SNY also, just a little bit of extra status resist
that
on
really
top,
came into
extra health
account.
too.
Yeah.
It really all comes into play. These mess ups from Live to Win is costing them now in this mid game where they should have this big power
Dyer's
spike.
middle tower
It's actually
is
Team
under
Spirit who
attack.
has it because of how big this Ursa is.
I mean,
and it's just really feeling like they might just be able to run away with the game because of this, because of how big this Ursa is going to be. He just bought SNY. He has 2,000 more gold.
he's huge. I mean, they were so close to keeping him locked down. If they got that lasso before the ult, he would have been dead for sure. But it must have been just a millisecond or so. Again, the difference from that status resistance, just sort of catching them off guard with their feelings on how they have to throw the spells down onto the bear to keep them perma-locked down.
Radiant are scanning.
And with no hesitation, they move out and they get a deep aggressive ward down. They already had the one aggressive ward, but a second one too, to watch exactly where Live to Win is setting up. And Live to Win, they run right through that middle ward. So Team Spirit should be completely aware that all 5 are around this position.
Radiant's middle tower has
Immersion.
fallen.
Poke a bit the back line, Yatoro. Cleaning up some more
Easy
of
money.
the summons. I mean, it's scary enough for Live to Win. If Yatoro just jumps on really any of their heroes, including any of the cores. This bear will tear them apart. We'll see it again here. Look how, we'll see how close they were to keeping locked down. So Boundless immediately followed up by the Impale. And then Afterlife, he gets in. I mean, it's so close.
It's the
It
SOI.
is so close. So close. But that little tiny fraction of a second there that he's able to pop in Rage was enough for yatoro to live.
Turns absolutely everything as Tokyo now almost BKB, so he'll have the solution versus a lot of this damage that is going to be coming out from Live to Win. And man, Dream really has his work held up for him here this game. This Monkey King, he's going to have to do some crazy amounts of carrying somehow. With this deep vision too, the thing is for Spirit, it gives you just so much info wherever they want to do anything. Like he sees the Nyx now running also out of the mid. They see Afterlife now just sitting back in his base, so they can do so much on the map. They just have so much info to work with on the side of Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
What
attack.
his next move's going to be. I don't know how they make jumps around this bear.
Top tower is under attack.
Don't know either. They're going to have to play.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Gonna
under
have
attack.
to be very focused around those disables too, especially versus the
Radiant's
SNY. Just be a little more
bottom
careful.
tower has
They will get the tier 2. They'll be able to at least claim an outpost back. Things coming out though. Spirit, they're aware of this positioning of FN. See you later.
It's an easy kill. Offering up a tip as well here, Mira. As they know FN's game has been truly shaken up here by these kills.
And Roche respawns.
Yeah,
So it's
perfect
a nice kill into a free Roshan for the Ursa. And just continuing to play with Aegis and Cheese versus this Nyx and Batrider versus this big Wukong. It's always going to be so beneficial for them. As yeah, I think it's really just going to be Dream versus the world. This Monkey King has to pull something miraculous out of his hat to try to make up for all the mistakes that Live to Win have really done in this game.
Well, even Dream, if yatoro blinks in on him, especially when he's got like the bash it done,
Dire's
this
middle
Monkey
tower
King's
is
not
under
gonna
attack.
really be able to fight back.
No, definitely not. He will just die 1 or 2 over 2 full sets of them. As just with all this vision, look at Miposhka. He's just walking in confidently as they see everything over here in SoNNeikO. He's just dead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, look back. Curry nearly also getting taken out here. TORONTOTOKYO, they're going to start pushing down the tier 2. Yatoro's going to start killing some couriers. He's going to get 2 of these. He's got Blink Up. Easy couple of couriers there to add to the cause here for Team Spirit.
Yatoro with the, or sorry, Tokyo with an Arcane Rune. And with Blood Rage, easily takes out the tier 2 in just a matter of seconds. Continues to feel like they can do so much, and Live to Win just have to stay sitting back and farming. No real aggressive plays that they can make at this point now. And they're swinging over. They seem to know that there's heroes up around here too. They get another deep ward down too in this high ground controlling the Live to Win jungle. Yeah, just they literally see like everything on the map, so they know exactly where the Live to Win heroes are. They've done their preparation too. Like all the itemization, I'm really liking it when I'm clicking through everyone on Spirit. They've got the Crimson Guard in just in case of all this damage to be able to block the Wukong, to be able to block versus the Lycan summons and all that too. Everyone tanking up, everyone preparing for the next stages. Yeah, I think they know that they're just in a really comfortable spot now in this game. We get a full BKB for the Ursa. yatoro not giving them any hopes, not going for any greedy item.
Yatoro's.
He saw the book get resummoned up here, so they know the FN's in the area.
Yeah, he wants the money.
He's gonna kill the book.
He wants the money. Easy money. And Afterlife's coming into this. Mira's already, they're already looking to TP out. They will cancel the TP to help out, but Dream's going to turn up. Mira's going to be dead for sure. TORONTOTOKYO, he's got the cheese and the BKB. The BKB is Live to Win. They'll try and chase a little bit. yatoro's making his way over though.
Death and
As soon as the Ursa turns up, they need to start backing away, live to win. As yatoro trying to chase it onto Immersion. See if he can keep himself on top of the Nyx assassin. No, they've got the Yules from Afterlife. That'll stop the chase here from yatoro.
Decent. Live to win, buying themselves a little bit more time, getting Dream a little bit more farm. It really is just buying time for Monkey King to get 6 slotted. The Scotty could be a pretty nice pickup for sure, versus Death Prophet in particular versus Ursa. Good kiting item. And he is finding the space on the map. It's just the Ursa just looming way above him. But they are scouting the Ursa. I'm seeing them. They're sticking a wolf on him to make sure they are keeping tabs of yatoro's positioning. If they can fight away from the Ursa, you can still see Live to Win have a chance in this game.
It's going to be hard though, especially while how long's he got left on the Aegis? Still got a minute, so good time to find a fight down bottom. Gonna blow everything onto Mira here. Wukong's and the lasso, no messing around to make sure that Rubick goes down. yatoro trying to chase here, following the path of the Firefly of Afterlife. He's into the trees.
Oh,
does yatoro not see where he cut the trees down there? I guess not. Doesn't quite see the trees cut down to the right. And maybe he does now. Okay, now he's searching with the courier. He's going to see the angle in now as Afterlife. He's been found. yatoro gets it. Afterlife, he's going to pop the Yules. Try and run. Firefly is back up though, and that will get him out of there. That's top.
Looks like they were trying something onto Tokyo with FN's ulti, but weren't able to quite get it. He's dropping low, and they did force the exorcism. And FN just, he just ran the blue book into him and gave him the gold.
Radiant's
Easy
middle
money.
tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
How close are we to the bash on yatoro? He's getting to the point where he's going to have a slot for his well. Aegis has gone in 10 seconds.
Bottom tower
Yeah, and he went for the BKB. He went for the really safe item rather than going for the basher this time around. Dream is looking to set up and get his split push on already around this bottom. They've kept the lead only at 8k, which is pretty decent for Live to Win after all those mistakes in the early game.
Sure.
Still quite an uphill battle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And we see it.
So I bet he at least has AC done, and he's going to be going for the next big item, which is the Agonins, which I feel like he has to go for something that's going to be able to enable his Monkey King. So
yeah,
that could be an interesting approach.
He's got to let Dream pop off.
Yeah. I was clicking around to see if anyone was going for... I don't know if they can, but I feel like someone should just buy like Medallion and Solar Crest and everything. It's really just anything you can buff up this Monkey King. Even though he's versus Dispels and all of it, it really does feel like it has to get to the point.
Radiant's top tower.
There's a courier here. Was fortunately for Dream though, he hadn't picked anything up yet.
Radiant structures
but also unfortunately it doesn't mean he's gonna have to make his way over a secret shop himself to pick up that point booster to get the Skadi complete now. His courier out the game for 3 minutes.
Dire's structures are fortified.
That's going to be a pretty impactful item versus Death Prophet, versus Oracle, versus all these heals who be able to counteract, and versus the kiting too. All those heroes are mobility heroes that they rely on. But that could be pretty nice. That could be a decent comeback for them. The Wukong's is going to be absolutely everything.
As
the line is drawn, Team Spirit, they want to push forward here. Arcane Rune on Tokyo, Exorcism in 10 seconds.
TP's back. They just start defending. See how aggressive what yatoro wants to play. I mean, it doesn't look like too much. They just want to force back Live to Win.
Radiant's middle
They're going to pop the smoke actually both sides. Spirit's ready to hunt and see if Live to Win left anyone out on the map. At the same time, Live to Win ready to go straight out the base and see if they can catch Spirit.
Are they going to try to reclaim the outpost for themselves? yatoro might just go for it. Yeah, he's going to do it. Denying away that outpost. Live to Win. Can they do anything here if they see anybody split up?
You're going to see some of them breaking from the smoke already. Afterlife still on the hunt, seeing if he can get maybe a lasso to start things off. Collapse. He's able to turn Rupture down onto SoNNeikO. Fight will begin. Spike Carapace holds back Collapse for now. We'll see yatoro clean up the Necro boost completely as they're taking out the fight straight away. Live to Win. Holding off to the side. Still being very cautious about what what sort of jump they'll make to get in on this.
How many Necros has he killed now? I think that's the 4th set at the very
We can get some numbers on that.
He's gotten a ton of ult from it. FN has to be more careful where he sends them in. It has to just go on the supports. It can't go anywhere near the realms of the Ursa.
Yeah, we see straight up 2k gold given away from the Necro books this game. 900 gold on the Ursa alone.
They're smoked up, looking for themselves their pickoff. They do have the blink on the Batrider with the haste, and they do have the soulbind coming from the Grimstroke if they do see arrows together.
And hang on. He's caught a little AFK there. Miposhka just sitting in the river. Him and Mira are dead, and now they're trying to chase them for more. They're looking towards collapse. See if they can take down this Bloodseeker. Get the blood right down to be a buyback from Miposhka. TORONTOTOKYO tried with the ultimate. They do manage to get the false falling state onto collapse. yatoro just tears apart Dream. As Dream just falls over completely. FN's going for the TP out. Are they able to find anything to catch him? They do. The bash of the root, it's there. As FN's retreat will be put to a stop. And now with the chase on from Mira, might just catch Afterlife as well. Some Firefly on Firefly action, but Afterlife just had that movement speed advantage. TORONTOTOKYO trying to chase, but yeah, he's going to have to blink up, so Bat will get out. 2 buybacks coming out from Spirit there.
I'm surprised Spirit didn't actually just swing and check the Roche. It actually spawned it right away when the fight was kicking off, and Dream has to be more careful with his positioning. He just gets caught on the low ground, not on a tree, not on a... He's just dead.
They're able to catch another. Still outside of the base, didn't quite make it back to the safety of his high ground. And now they're ready to push.
Dire's middle tower.
3 heroes dead. Good time to get some damage done. SoNNeikO immediately popping the buyback. They'll have FN back up in a few seconds. His ultimate ready in 20.
Dire's top tower.
As they jump in, yatoro, he's just going in straight underneath the tier 4s. He's in onto Afterlife, but Afterlife goes down.
Dire's top barracks are
He embraces the
under attack.
soulbind down to the 2 of them, but they're able to back away, reset. Afterlife does have buyback.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They're losing these top racks. We'll see what Live to Win can do. They've got the ult ready on FN.
They're all playing on the southern side too. They know that the Monkey King's on the tree line, so they can just avoid that Wukong setup and easily trickle out of the base without any threat.
It's easily done here by Spirit. And a DD rune awaits them outside the Roche pit.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Of course it does.
Again, another easy Roche. And this,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
of
attack.
course, being the 3rd, what do we have? The refresher shard for the team. We are seeing Live to Win looking to contest this. They're heading over. They've got to make the move quickly. And Roche is already down. The kill, the Aegis, the shard, and the cheese. It's all Team Spirit. We'll see coming in onto the Necro books. Afterlife TP's in. yatoro, he's found Dream. Jumps in straight away to look towards the Monkey King. Dream trying to get the off. Will be able to do so. Pops the Wukong's command. But the Ursa is still on top of him as they'll lose Dream. They did manage to take him down once, but they know it's over. With Dream dead for 70, there's no chance of turning this. As GG is called, Team Spirit take this game too. And my goodness, it was completely different to what we saw in game 1. Looking rather lost this time round. FN having a really tough time on the Lycan.